So what's going on, Shadow Fighters? It's BossTheMonin right here, and welcome back to yet another video of something else within the Shadow Fight Spectre, and which is going to be talking about today, the Telegram Q&A part 2, issue 2 of the Q&As that are posted into the Q&A, well, the Telegram updates, I mean. And all of these, I'm going to be covering that because there is another one issuing one of two, but today I will be covering the latest questions and answers related to the release date of 16th of June 2020. So here are the questions that we're going to be going through, and also talking a little bit about what it means, what the question and the answers mean for the game itself, for the game itself. Of course, this can be in a way my formulation of it and my way to think about it, and you may also have your way of thinking about it. So it may be a little bit different points of views of how people perceive the Q&As that are sliding by. But let's just start with number 1. Tell us more about the guilds. Will they cost for rubies, and how many entry points will there be? Will there be a top 100 guilds? Answer is, we'll talk more about all future features in our articles and posts. So there is no concrete answer into the question, because as we all seen in the roadmap 2020 for the Shadow Fight 3, we're already halfway through the month, and there's nothing big happening because of the pandemic going on right here. But what we should expect is that there's going to be guilds, and it looks like they want to keep the guilds as a surprise. So therefore they're not giving any extra intel about the whether it's gonna cost gems, coins, or how many entry points there will be, if there's gonna be a specific entry power, so on and so on, and if there's gonna be top 100 guilds, leaderboards, whoever imagines. The developers want to keep this as a surprise for us until it's gonna happen. And we've also gotten question number 2. Will character customization be paid, or will it be bought for in-game currency? And the answer is, skin can be purchased both in promotions and earned through activity. Colors can be obtained without real money, getting inside the game. As the developers intend this game to be available, like the developers try to intend the game to let everyone have a chance of getting far into the game. So therefore, when these questions appear, they want to know about this new feature. Of course, uncertainty raises among it whether or not it would be possible to get the skin customizations without paying real money, or you have to get it all for real money, because there may be some people who think about that all of the skins, oh, you have to get it with real money, or the system is made so that it forces you to pay it. That's also another thing that you can think about, that the system is made so that it strongly provokes you to pay. But in the heart of the developers of Neki, they're not intended to do that. They want everyone to have a chance of getting cool looking cosmetics, skins, etc. and everything in the line of cosmetics. Moving on to question number 3. Sets from bonuses from Shadow Pass are the final versions of the legendary sets, and will they be gradually added to the game? Or will some processing be waiting for processing? I didn't really get that fully, the processing be waiting for processing, but here's the answer. Not all sets from the Shadow Pass will be the same for the players, and I can see why, because for one, it would be kind of a everything got spoiled if every single of those set bonuses, every single of those challenges that are connected to those set bonuses were going to be implemented to the game, like every single one of them. Of course, it would be something that people knew about. You know, people were actually thinking when they bought the Battle Pass, the Shadow Pass, I meant, and they were fighting the boss of the day, and they happened to figure that every single of the bosses happen to be that every single of these challenges happen to be belonging to the upcoming sets. But the why they are saying is because probably because this is pure speculation, it's because some of these sets will not be convenient for the player to be in. Because I may think the Warmonger one, where you start with half your health and regen over time, how are you going to be staying alive for regening over time? And what's the probability of staying alive and regen over time? Would that even be even fun? What happens if you even regen over time? And what happens if you actually manage to combo with that legionary setup and you regenerate your health over time? So there's a little tweaks and also little things that the developers may consider thinking about the ways players may play once they finally launch the PvP. But now they're only focusing on Shadow Fight Arena, as we all know. But here we are talking about the sets implementing into the game, and if they were talking about the perspective of Shadow Fight 3 PvP, that's a reasonable reason for some of those sets to not be implemented. Of course, it kind of sucks because you may want some spoilers, but then again, we also have people who want some surprises within those sets. So, fortunately for you guys who thought it was all spoiled, it is not spoiled. Let's say it that way. And we move on to question number 4. Are you planning to add new quest chests or dual chests? We wrote about the new chests in the article of the Teletype article that they just written about, which is the Roadmap 2020 article, where they mentioned to add the archive dual chests as another way to obtain archived items. But I'm pretty sure that means all archived items, unless they added for rarity. But I don't think according to that letter that it will be by rarity, because if it's an archive, that rarity and that rarity and that rarity, well, you may already focus on that packs. And also it will just stack up onto the dual sprint marathon. And also you have to consider how many points you gotta get for adding that. So maybe they want to slow down the workflow from adding that in as a part of the marathon, because when they add, if they're going to consider adding new chests, yeah, you guys have to think about them considering the amount of points, the amount of value points that you get from the dual sprint marathon or even monthly marathons. That is all about opening dual chests. So that is the answer and the interpretations for that. And also 5 is the most interesting one for today. Will new additional kicks and fists be introduced? For example, how to elbow from Shadow Fight 2. And they say no, not planned. The plans include the balance of various perks and tricks, as well as the addition of missing punches for some style. Notice that they said addition of missing punches, meaning that there's going to be modification for some unarmed attack throughout the various kinds of attacks from the factions. You can try to speculate what it is, but surely the balancing of various perks and tricks is the perks that can be used to actually completely overpower the opponent. And I'm pretty sure the developers are going to be doing something with the unstoppable judge, fling, and windmill trick to win the game, because what that is about, I gotta share it because I'm pretty sure they're targeting that. What it is you use the divine judge set and you use the fling. Fling has 3 strikes on the combo, but if you go windmill onto a corner, and if you hit your opponent windmill and put them in a corner, you're then able to just do fling and shadow ability repeatedly, and even land a crit when the weapon is charged, so dealing even more damage and making the judge look like an unstoppable being that's gonna not make a lot of happy people if people were gonna be throwing such a thing in that context right there. So I'm pretty sure that is one of the tricks that developers will consider trying to rework, and some other perks that have been reworked. Because we have one perk called the Shadow Remedy that was once before a permanent usage perk, because the time it took for it to get to fill the shadow form and get it to shadow form and actually activate that healing for it, because the developers added the judge set, they had to limit it to 1. Because for one, if the hero player in PvP and also PvE perspective happen to always land those 3 strikes and chain them and continuously attack the player, continuously successfully hit the other opponent, they will get fully healed if they happen to take some damage, which means it's gonna be not entirely fun. So therefore, the Shadow Remedy is limited to 1 use. That's a prime example of the reworking and tweaking with some perks. And there's going to be more balance, as it says, so I'm really curious to what exactly it is. If it's thinking about the videos that are shared around, because it's pretty much that, if I'm not mistaken, about those tricks that can make it easily win. They may consider reworking the AI a little bit to where they will not get thrown by the 4- throw spam and then do a kick pop logic after that if you're playing against a Herald or a Dynastian Armor bot or player. So things are going to be happening. Of course, the player cannot respond to that, but they may rework on the AI, as another speculation from me, to not get thrown, or maybe even cancel the throw automatically of some circumstances to avoid the spam and them wanting the players to actually try to learn tactics and using various kinds of kicks and weapon attacks to perform combos with a logical and also smooth and clean sequence. So I think that's all for the notes as for now. It's a really interesting one regarding about the news of Shadow Fight 3, because Shadow Fight 3 is taking a long time to update. We already know how they update. They update after several months, which is them trying their best to get their content as well packed and also as bug free and glitch free as possible before launching their new update. The only recent update we have was the Family Tree update, if we were not mistaken. That was all about getting the. That was all about a new event that was happening. It was run because the Korean Family Day or something, if I'm not wrong about that. Therefore they wanted to make a set to celebrate on behalf of that. So that's the only new recent update, and any other recent updates will be sliding by. This has been Bossman right here. I hope you guys did enjoy the Telegram news that the developers have just posted. These are all grabbed from the Discord, because there was a nice guy who was just popping the Telegram news onto the Discord channel, Telegram updates, and everyone was able to read it. And therefore I'm here to share what it is with the Telegram updates, and now you can share what you think about the Telegram update. And again, if you did enjoy this Telegram update right here, be sure to hit the like button to share some support. And if you're new and enjoy my overall content, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you'll become a part of the Bossman community, where I play fun games like this one and also read some really cool, slick news. And until then, more videos are sliding by. Bye bye.